Hello, everybody. How are you today? I hope you're well. I'm half out late. I usually go live after Jen's devotion during the weekend. During the week. Oh my gosh. It did that before. It's like two. It was playing twice. So. One moment. Ooh. One moment in time. Destiny. It's Donna painting time on the show. Yeah, that did not go to my story, I don't think. So I'm gonna put it up again. Yes. What are you doing? Go get a toy. Go get a toy, sweetheart. It's like hopping around. Wait, what is she doing? I already took her out, so she's good for a little bit. Yesterday I got her toy. It's bigger than life itself. Didn't realize how big it was. I got the undershirts for the babies, realizing, oh, I only needed two. Well, I forgot I needed two. And I bought a big pack. It's okay. Dolls in the future. Right. I'm still on S's. I didn't finish the S's. I don't know why I started the full thing. Well, I don't have to do the full thing. What I'm going to do is put this back up. Oh, hold on. Exactly where it was. Okay, and then I go down like this, right below those S's, right there, and that's what I'll do. Because you can become very that's even a lot. Um, what do you call it? Um, Overwhelmed. I have one request. Who keeps adding me to? No, no, delete. Hide me. Delete message request. You can also hide new messages in this chat, but now get the chat up. I have my leftover pizza from last night for breakfast. So I was supposed to say that for lunch. So I'll have toast for lunch. So it doesn't matter when you eat it, as long as you eat it. There was these kids staying with me and my mom, with their grandma and father. Someone gave me Texas toast. I was putting it in the freezer. And he says, "Oh, good, that could be the girls' breakfast in the morning." I went, "Oh no, no, no! You're bringing little, very little money in here for kids to eat. This is mine to eat." So my mom says, "You better eat those now, because they." He's still saying it's their kids. So I cooked it up and put it in my room and locked the door and ate it. And they thought that was, "Oh, that's your supper then, Michelle." I went, "No, I had my sandwich in there." "Oh, I split that up between the kids." I'm like, "Will you stop eating my food and eat your own?" I'm like, "We said you bring in your own food, you can stay here." Nope. Because we don't have the kind of money to feed a whole other family. If we did, I don't, I mean, we no problem then. So eventually we told them they had to leave. So when they come back, they actually eventually came back. So by then, I think my mom had a jewelry job pretty decent. So we told him he has to pay the rent, which was $25. If you had no income, you had to somehow get $25 because it was subsidized. So he did that, and he must put in half the food in there since his mother and his kids is all half of the food supply. Because me and my mom and tried our best to eat supper, and sometimes had breakfast. And then they were like eating like half of the food, and they weren't even bringing in half of the food. I think I went hungry one day because there was not enough food in there. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because he says, "Oh, do you think a quarter of a can of spaghetti is enough for your daughter?" And when she's an adult, one can's not enough for her. She's an adult, not a kid. And he bought these two, two or three lasagnas. I thought we were gonna get big pieces. I got a piece like that big. I'm like, "Where's the rest of this?" He bought three, one for the kids, one for him, and one for us. I'm like, one for him? That's not fair. No, no, no. Everybody should get this tiny, itsy bitsy, bite sized piece. I said, "Mom, I'm starving here. All the food goes to them. Why?" I said, "Mom, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them." And so I told her, just get rid of them. So I had to say it. I says, I come in, looked at them, "You can't stay here no more. You out. Stay. You're welcome. The manager told me to tell you you have to leave, otherwise we're out." And so they gathered up the stuff, asked someone else that lived in Riverview, "Can we stay there for a while until we can find a place?" And they said, "Yes, no problem." So they stayed with them, which it turned out the kids had very bad LICE. So my mom checked my head, and I did treatments after treatments. Every time they had a problem, I did a treatment on me, and she did a treatment on her, just in case we didn't have it, thank God. But I kept doing the treatments just in case, until it started taking effect on my hair, and my hair was horrible. So I was back with my boyfriend. I can't say exactly why he went to jail because this video will be taken down. So, um, he had some cash and he says, "Why don't you go get a good haircut because all that treatment is like ruining your hair." And the woman that's doing my hair says, "You know, if I see it, I have to stop." It says, "I understand." She looked, "Oh, I don't see nothing. No, you don't have it. Stop doing the treatments." Well, I'll show you the toy that I got. Ivy. This thing. I thought it was smaller because it showed a small dog with it. And this was all unraveled. See? Just like that is. Yeah. It was all unraveled, so I decided to tie it myself. Because it was tape at the end. They said take the tape off. She already undid the other one. I don't know where that tape went. I didn't know there was tape on it. You know how sometimes there's glue on the ads? But anyway. It's supposed to be like a toothbrush. I don't think she can get that in her mouth. She drags it this across there. Can you see? I have to move me. Sorry. Sorry you had to see my body. I don't. I should have reversed the camera. Go get it. Go get the toy. Yeah. So that family came back, and they reported us to the health department. Our house is unsanitary and stuff like that. So they were trying to kick us out so they could get the apartment. So um he kept saying, the guy says, "No, I tried. You're evicted." And I went to him, says, "I need to talk to you." Says, "Ron, we've known each other for many years. Are we really evicted?" "No. You have to clean the apartment." Says, "The apartment's not in that bad, but we will do it. You know, I mean, you can come now and you can know it's not bad. You just get rid of those people." "All right, I will." I says, "You're out. You got it out. Just out." But we left on good hands, and they insist they never called the health department when I heard them. So I wanted to keep it calm so that they can leave. And they took my mom's cat with them because we had to get rid of her anyway. My mom knew it, and just it was with them. It's better to go with them. And he got a new wife and stuff. And then the grandmother passed away, so they came for a visit and stuff. I hugged the girls because I missed them so much. Then I found out that the father was abusing the kids, and the kids ended up going living with the mother in Florida. I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And I actually went to court for that man. Say, and I can't say how he was abusing her. It was just abusing her. So hope they're okay. I know for a fact he literally punched the oldest one. That's another reason why we kicked him out. We should just. My mom says after she heard about that abuse, she says she'll never forgive herself because she should have just called DCF then. I says, you know what? Sometimes we don't know how bad things are until after, you know. a lot of people won't get involved even when they see abuse happening. Oh, it's none of our business, and they just keep on walking. I've seen it. This woman was like, spanking her 2-year-old, like he committed murder or something. Oh, what did he do? Oh, says, oh, he slapped my hand. Oh, then you slap his hand harder than what he slapped your hand. You don't beat him on the butt like that. The weird thing is that kid was not crying. The look on his face, I don't think he was allowed to cry or something. But someone else already called the cops because I don't think the kid had it in him to actually cry. Because according to the person, I missed my bus trying to save that kid, so I had to wait another hour. But of course, I missed that one too because DCF was there, the cops were there. They told everybody to leave, go get um your bus. Says, well, I can't. I just missed it. We'll go get another one, and I'll get that one when it comes. So I sat on another bus station's bench because I wanted to hear it. Never thought of filming it on my phone. And someone says, I live right next door to her. She's always yelling at those kids. Hello there, Carol. How are you today? So, yeah, DCF took them. Then the father games. And, he sat next to me and said, I don't know what to do. Should I let him go? Says, I think they might need some, counseling. So you might, tell them whatever's best. Where do you live? It's just I live with my girlfriend. I went, do you have room for them? I'll get an apartment big enough for them. That's what he told us is I have to get an apartment big enough for my kids, and then I can take them. And DCF says, since you're the father, you can take them now if you want. It'll be better than what they were living in. And he goes, oh, all right, good. So I carried him home. I said, sir, don't forget, they need counseling too. They definitely will. And they did get it, because I see them a couple months later. Those kids are like, oh my gosh, they were so, they had color in the cheeks. Well, she had her other 2 kids with her. That he was a legal father of the other 2 oldest ones, but not biologically. He had custody of them. He was his best friend's kids, and when they broke up, he doesn't even know why he left them with her, because I think the kids called her mom and really loved her. I think at one point she was a loving mother. I just think she was overwhelmed with everything. And she got to visit with them. And she told the kids, I'm sorry for the way I treated you. The kids said, it's okay. Maybe you're not meant to have us full time, because we can visit you downtown and just have fun. She goes, yeah, I could be the fun parent. And the daughter says, yeah, mama. I walked up and went, wow, the kids look so much brighter. The mother says, yeah, I didn't realize I was probably killing them. He says, well, now you probably will never do that again. She was, I never, if I'm overwhelmed, just call a number and they come get him for the weekend. And that's the way my other, she had, she had two babies at home that she did not have with her, and that was with a babysitter. So the father chose not to say nothing about them because the kids even said that she doesn't harm the babies. The babies are always precious to them. She was just tired that she had to look after the older ones when the older ones probably should have been taking care of themselves because they're old enough 12, 13, and then what, the 2-year old. Wow, that sounds yummy, Carol. Oh, my favorite thing is having biscuits and gravy. There's when are we gonna go to it, James? I'm still waiting to see when this is gonna be out for shipped. Oh. Deep it them, deep it. Excuse me. And I said to the ladies, there's some mothers that's a really great mom, but can't handle the kids on their own. Remember that. Well, I miscounted. Could have sworn that it was only 6. Go get the toy for me. You know how I count, right? There was this one person. Can you just do the diamond instead of go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like 10 times? I'm like, I have to count how many I need. Single places so yeah, we don't have to hear you. I'm like, how's this? I'll fix it for you. I blocked them. I unblocked them though. Oh, I didn't throw that well. Oh, there's one below it. There's one below that one too. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One second, 7, 11. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One second, 7, 11. Haha. I swung her around my lasso and looped him around his neck. I don't know why I bought that diamond piece. To tell you the truth, I was supposed to take that one off. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. Go. Here we go. Ah! Oh. Carol, you scared the duty out of me. Well, that was 8. Yeah, that was 8, unless 1, 2. No, that was 7. I guess only 5 went up. Oh, I already put 5. No, actually, there's one more, so I'll do a full 6. And I'll just move one. You watch. Oh, there we go. I can't wait for my tips to come. I think there's one woman that bought several things, a whole bunch of small things. Once in a while, she does a big shopping spree, because she always has points. That's what her husband did for her. She always had trouble, doing the housework and stuff. You do housework, you get points, and then you get spending money on Amazon and of anything. And then at the end of the month, this 1 month, she did so well. She got max points, and that's whatever she wants. Opposite. Well, he says, well, whatever you want, but a certain limit. And you're not going to be spending thousands and thousands of dollars. She goes, good Lord, no. So she looked carefully. Well, very carefully. Like, for instance, he limited it to sometimes 10 items. This time it was like 30 items because she did that well. It's like the place was sparkling clean. She just had a trouble just doing it. And then she would have to rush to do it when he was coming home. Well, this 1 month, she just made it a habit getting up an hour before him, at least doing the kitchen early, wiping it down, doing the floor. When he left, the dining room and the living room and the play area all got Noah, he would help her move everything. She would vacuum everything. He goes, if you want to wait till I get back to move it, that's fine. She goes, I can do it. No, she didn't. So he says, no, we do this on Saturdays only. All right, okay. Saturday morning early, we'll do the big vacuum. Just vacuum around the stuff. Says, oh, okay. So she stopped doing all that because she used to move one big thing out before he started helping her. And then would move it back. And then she'll be so tired. That's why she always left that last. But after that, she didn't have to do all that. Unless it was a Saturday early. Because it's Saturday, the kids, after school on a Friday, they went to the uncle's house. His uncle been taking them like that since they were born, for the whole weekend. He says, I'll have them for the whole weekend. Yep. And I'm telling you the truth. It's like, since they were born, literally. They were home 2 days, and he says, okay, I'm here for the baby. I get him for the weekend. Thank God the mother wasn't breastfeeding. So he says, I already know what formula you're using. I have it all at the house. And he took good care of the kids, too. He says, a good chick magnet. The woman's, and that was her brother, says, should I be worried? He goes, no, I'll be good. To him, it was the opposite. They were like not going near him because they thought he was taken. So after that, she says, you know what, let's wait until they're a couple months old. Then you get to have them for the whole weekend. He goes, okay, that's understandable. Because it was like 4 days old and he was up the whole night. He says, I need sleep. How do you do this? She goes, I don't know. You took my kid away from me. 1, 2. Yeah, so that was 1 weekend with the newborn, and he says, okay, 2 months, or until he sleeps through the night. He had a crib over there and everything. Crib, in the day bed in one room, because he would sleep on the day bed with the baby. In another room, he had 2 bunk beds, 2 sets of bunk beds. Because he has a best friend that he takes his kids to as well. And my mom was not married. Oh, good Lord. My mom was friends with his great aunt. He says he can't have kids of his own because of an old injury when he was a kid. And he just spoils the heck out of everybody else's. Because his injury was because of his, manhood when he was little. He got a settlement because of that, and they have to pay for him for life. He was. I told him, wait a minute. I told the little missus, he's set for life. Why can't he adopt some of the kids of his own? She goes, you have a phone? I said, yeah, here. I think his name was Michael. I said, Michael, you can adopt. Why haven't you done that yet? Because a friend's kids were practically living with them full time at that point. Says, why don't you offer to adopt your friend's kids because they can't go back home until he stops, the drinking, which he drank like occasionally, but I don't know. He started drinking just about every day, and the kids wouldn't go home. All right. Well, I said the woman says, that's not good. He is no. But his friend got his act together and stopped drinking, and he ended up adopting 4 sibling groups. He has it in on them because it was all girls. He goes, what? He goes, look at them all. I got all girls. And that just happened to be, they're all best friends, but they all happened to be like 4 sibling groups. I think one was 2 girls. The next one was 3. One was 5. He had probably 12 kids. So And then, yeah, two separate sibling groups was 2 each and 3 and then 5 or something like that. Yeah, he had all girls. I'm like, yeah, you're in trouble. So one time a month, if we all get it at the same time, he goes, ah, and the girls just sit down and laugh. Uh, but they says, but we'll try to stay in our own area. He goes, and I'll supply the chocolate. And I said, he was telling he was talking to his arms. And I went, and Coca-Cola. That cures the bitchiness. Trust me. He goes, oh, all right, I have to remember that one. And it does. Yeah. So he did good with his 12 daughters. Oh, the sibling group of 5, they're all teenagers. So it's blink of an eye, blink of the eye. They were in college, living at college, and had a full payment. They didn't have to pay a cent, and they went on with their lives. They went to see their mother again, because they're older and they love their mother. And even he says you probably should have never been taken away from your brother. Your mother's not the one there that did something wrong. There's something stuck in it. But I adopted. He's told the mother, says, let me adopt him anyway, so to be safe from that person. And she saw him every day anyway. It was a diamond. All his daughters got to see the parents once they got their act together. Because he says, because am I allowed to let them see the parents of it? That's up to you. I went it. And he says, if you get the act together, you can see your kids. But you have to okay with me first. I don't want you popping up at school and taking them for sodas and stuff. Or dropping off soda. You gotta okay it with me. They all agreed. The only one he did not okay with them was the 2 sibling groups of 2. Those are babies, legit newborns. So he had a nursery. So the older girls helped him put a nursery together when they got them. 2 sets of twins. No. One set was a 1-year-old and a newborn. The other one was twin. No, he had a boy. I'm sorry. No, because the 1-year-old was a boy. They found his bio father, and the father took him. And so he didn't have 12, he had 11. Sorry. I forgot about him. His name was Joshua. He named him. He got to name the 1-year-old. Because they said he needed a decent name. They named him Emmy. I'm like, what? A boy Emmy? I'm like, why would they name a boy Emmy? He goes, what? His name is Joshua David. He goes, okay. And he says the name just popped out in his birth file. So that's a nice name. I don't know why she called him Emmy. Probably to hide that he was a boy. That's what I'm guessing. I watched adoption stories a lot at one point because I want to adopt, man, from young age, but I don't have the means to do it, so I can't. I said to my Nana once, I went, Nana, if you had the means and your health was perfect, would you adopt teenagers and give them a home? She goes, in a second. Yeah, she said she would definitely do it. She goes, she says that she should have done that years ago. Says it's okay. This one couple, they were in the 60s. And I said, why can't we have babies? We never had baby in our house. Okay, so they get a sibling group. One was a newborn, the other one was, believe it or not, 10 months old. So the 10-month-old was even sleeping through the night. She goes, oh my gosh, why do we want babies again? That was the aunt and sister that took him in, started all that stuff. One time when she came to visit my mom, her friend took the babies with her, and I had a ball with them. There were 2 boys. Two very different complexions. But they were definitely brothers. So one was, the father had to be African American. The other one, the new baby, they were guessing maybe Chinese or Japanese or something, Oriental or something. The mother wouldn't say. So they had to do a test. So baby didn't like that. Did a test on the sibling too, just in case. The older one wasn't hers to come to find out, but they were full. They were siblings. She's guessing they were guessing it was her boyfriend, and I think she adopted him or something when she was sane. She lost it when they got married and he died late, and she went nuts after that. And that's the only reason why she didn't have the baby. Not that she was a bad mother. But she was getting help. Because she wasn't talking after the accident. Then the baby started talking about his daddy gone, daddy gone. Well, then he goes, where mommy? I'm like, and I went, she's in the hospital getting fixed, getting help, getting medicine to be good again. So he was okay with that. Oh no. Do I have any? Oh good, I have some of this. Hey Thomas, how are you?
Yes, it's out for delivery.
You can always tell when they're getting close to your location.
When it was 3:28 a.m. How far away is Greenwood, Indiana, from Edinburgh, Indiana?
On it. It looks like Greenwood is about 24 miles away by car.
Oh, okay. Oops. So it's just like Pasco and Cranston. Oh, okay. Cool. That's a half hour. Let's go. 11:30. You should be here. Well, 11:40. 11:45 with traffic. They're gonna come straight to my house. No, and that's the stuff of this. And then, what diamond painting did I get?
Jack and Sally Halloween.
Nightmare. Alright, I forgot. Yeah, that's the one I was supposed to put back. Yeah. Once I found the item that overnight delivery. Yeah. I was supposed to put that back. And I was gonna get more. More. No, I was gonna get one outfit. One outfit for the girls. So I don't know. There was a car just in front of my house. Maybe it was delivered.
Yeah. For some reason.
Oh, they're charging. The one in front's charging, but not the one in back. Let me check. Okay. Because the cameras wasn't charging for some reason. My brother was out there. He fixed the front. So I am doing good today. Is my staff members last night? He what is 2 weeks, and he's getting another job. Oh, he put in his 2 weeks. Oh no! So now you have to get another one. Are you getting another one? Oh wow. That sucks. Then you have to get used to a whole new person. My grandmother had to get used to a new person, and call the people. Says, well, the last lady, if she washed under my arms, she dried under my arms. I was cold. Oh, I'm still cold. I'm shivering. So they sent a nurse to check on us and see if she was okay, and the nurse brought over. Said, I got something for you, Miss Francis. Put an electric blanket over her and turned it on. She goes, oh, this is nice. She says, I bring this where, so everybody gets to use it. And she goes, yes, I do wash it. She washes it when she gets home, and it dries overnight. So. So who's gonna help you in the meantime? It sucks when you have to get used to a whole new person. Oh. H. So that this one woman that would wash my grandmother up and not dry each area, she got used to doing that for her because she talked her through it eventually. One day she rushed through her and said, "Well, I gotta go." And she goes, "Oh, you're nasty." And I says, "You know what? Just go. Get out." So my grandmother got her nightgown back on and told her, says, "I told her to leave. She was yelling at me." She says, "Well, she has to go. She had things to do." So I don't know if you can send somebody. He says, "Well, I'll try." And then he says, "I got a good one for you. Trust me." So they sent this other woman, and my mom loved her. I mean, my grandma loved her.
My mom was a tough cookie.
She didn't like oh, come on. She didn't like the idea of someone else washing her. I says, "Well, Mom, they know exactly how to do it. I don't know exactly how to do it. Take care of another person." Well, I didn't really want to do it, you know. It's kind of weird. My dad says, "Maybe you can do that." Oh, no, that's no. I said, "Dad, I do that for my mom. I don't want to see other people's coochies."
And they even said,
"Just because you have your daughter don't mean that you can't get help, Sandra." She says, "I didn't know I was eligible." She says, "As soon as you're on disability, you are available." I said, "Mom, and you will accept it." This one woman sat down and wouldn't do nothing. And Mom says to her, "It's time for my shower." She goes, "I don't do showers," and she sat down. And she called me at work. Right in front of it said all she does is sit. "Well, I'm here to watch you." I got her on my phone. "You're there to take care of my mother, wash her, fix her supper, not a half a jar of jelly." She put a half a jar of jelly once there. I went, "That is gross." So right in front of her, I got another plate, shook like half the jelly off. I went, "That's gross," and it still gave my mother bad heartburn. It was disgusting. Who likes a half a jar of jelly? Hey, but that's fine. But my mom didn't. Ugh. Because I was about to make it, and she says, "Oh no, I'll make it. I'm the worker here." I went, "Oh, okay." I was trying to see if I could see the truck in Greenwood. I'll just zoom back in on me.
Oh,
I was saying, what kind of letter is that? It's part of one H and part of another. And I thought it was a new letter there. Oh, I heard a horror story. This one woman was watching her sister's 3 year old little girl. She loved dolls, but she didn't know how to be careful with them because she's only 3. She would pick up, now these are reborn dolls, and you have to pick them up a certain way. They're very delicate. And she had this one doll, thank God, that that little girl somehow knew it was this different doll. It was a silicone doll, and you have to support the head, because then the head will eventually fall off. And that little girl picked her up under the butt and under the head. She's a special one. She's all silicone, Auntie. How did you know about that? I watched a lot of videos on this before I even attempt to touch your babies. That's why she's so careful. But her own, she just grabs them by the hair. Let's go, baby. Because they're just, quote unquote, dolls for kids. And they're made durable for kids. And the hair is horrible. And she goes, if you had a baby reborn, would you be careful with it? Yes, Auntie, because not refused, she received two of this one particular doll, and she went in the closet and got the extra one and gave it to her. And she sat down, oh my goodness, she's beautiful. She's not all silicone, no. This one, you don't carry it by the hair, please. She goes, I'll be careful, and she was. Yep. One time she had to go to school. Dad was going to be home all day and had it in the car seat. They got her a car seat. Oh, at a secondhand store. And the neighbor says, don't worry, when this runs out, the date, I'll bring it to you so she can have an extra one. And they did. They made sure it was clean too, of course. And give it to the dad. Dad, you have to babysit her. I says, I will. I'll even pick her up. And he did. And a colleague said, what are you doing that for? I says, it's like having another child, but you don't have to feed it. He says, that's what my wife was thinking about. A baby reborn, yes. Just go tell her to go pick one out and you can order it for her. She says, my wife's sister gave it to her. So. But the horror story was the 3-year-old's older sister picked up the silicone one by the leg. And the 3-year-old ran over to her. No, this is a special one. You don't touch it because you don't know how to pick it up. Oh, it's just a damn dumb old doll. Her aunt says, well, if you think it's a dumb old doll, get out of my room. She was always mean like that. Oh, I hope those things get here soon. I gotta change this wax. Let's just throw away that wax.
Yeah, this girl, she had,
they couldn't understand what was wrong. She was like almost deathly ill. They found out she's allergic to the metal braces. And so they called in the dentist, or I says, no, you need an orthodontist. So the mother called her orthodontist. And they ran to the hospital, and they wouldn't let him do it because he wasn't a member of that hospital. This is fine. Grab your kid, let's go. No, I'll take him out at my office then, and then she'll come back. Then he says, okay, you can do it. So they took it out in 48 hours. She was coming out of it.
never knew anybody could be
Allergic to braces.
So,
The orthodontist says I can bond your teeth together. We can try to do that.
all right, Carol, if
You have to go. Go ahead. Go charge your phone. You should do that every night. Yesterday I was trying to wash the dish that the rice pudding it was in, or the pan, or whatever you want to call it. Every time I wash and rinse it, I found more. I'm like, what the heck? I put it in the sink. That's it. I'm gonna go eat lunch. I really did not. I think I'm doing a cloud. I really did not want to. My back was killing me. I was like, that's it. I'm done. My mom was always strict. She wanted the dishes done. I says, well, I'm tired. I want to sit. No sitting. Get up. Well, should go for you. I didn't do none of these dishes. I was over Dad's house the whole time.
She said, walk in, she said,
Oh, good. You can do the dishes. I'm like, yeah. Hi to you, too. They had errands to go that day, and it was hard.
oh, 10:45.
And 1:45 a.m.
The only thing is, I don't think I can
Can get that out.
Oh, I got it out. Oh,
Oh, good. I can. Because I want to see if I can get this out.
see, that was the
Extra wax in the pen. See that in there? That was part of it. Looks like a worm, huh?
Here's the other piece.
I got it out. That always bugs me when I see that in there.
Yeah.
That looks better. That's better. So this gets delivered by 1:45. That just means it's gonna be early. I know people's probably sick of this, but I said when I get this, it's gonna that's maybe basically all I'm gonna be doing until it's done. I will throw in a few coloring lives in there, but not yet. And if people walk away from my channel, that means that they didn't like my channel anyway. And they only watch me for one thing. So, I was thinking about that, about not liking to watch grocery hauls. Well, if I like the channel, I would watch the whole thing, all of it. So I'll watch all their lives, all their vlogs, whether it's something I don't normally like. So I will watch all of it. The mountains. There's a way we wash right here. Wash right here. Wash right here. It's the way we wash right here. It's early in the morning. I remember one time for school, because one of the girls said, "Get up early tomorrow. You can do your house." You hear that? I went, and I came into work. I came to school with just my hair blow dried. Michelle, you didn't do it. I went, I started. That's early. You can't really think really straight at 5 a.m. By the time I took my shower, got dressed, blow dried my hair, it was time to go run and catch the bus. Oh, I don't know how you guys do it. I'm not gonna like go nuts just to make myself look like a supermodel just for school. It's school. As long as you dress good, decent, and you don't stink like the sewer. We're here to learn not to like get boyfriends and stuff. He says, "Well, I'm here to meet boys." And the teacher says, "That's why you're flunking." She goes, "What?" She wasn't flunking, but the teacher said that so she can like stop buckling down. Because she was not doing good at that moment. You remember that Stouffer family that rehomed their son? Oh, by the way, I heard that his new adopted family now, he is actually talking. And then the Stover family actually said that he'll never talk. But I'm glad he is happy now. He has a decent family and he's actually talking. Someday he's gonna find out what happened. And maybe he can voice what, if he remembers what it was like to live in that house. It was on tape that, the Huxley wanted more food. He was still hungry. And I was talking to Kim at the moment. Asked her opinion. So what would you do if he was hungry? She says you feed him until they drop. You don't let them go hungry, even if you think that's enough food. There's always something healthy you can give them. Because I've seen how much she put in his plate, and I don't think that's enough. Oh, that's enough. I'm like, no, feed him. And that's why he used to throw a temper tantrum, and camera went right on him. First it was all happy, then there was all intimate stuff and not intimate stuff, like private stuff like doctor's appointments, showing him having a bad day. What happened to the good times? Because they staged it. I bet they adopted him just to get famous. And I was happy for that family. I didn't watch I watched the vlogs leading up to the adoption after, like a binge watching. That's what I did with the Binghams. I didn't watch for a while before they moved in. No. So then I sat in my bed. I couldn't sleep one night, and I watched it all. You know those baby carrots my mom bought? 2 big bags of it one time. See this? This could be a snack. I'm like, I'm gonna look orange. Says, no, I got you this huge thing of ranch. I got like 3 of those. I'm like, yeah. Even back then, I used to cut it in half. One time, I cut them into coins, little tiny coins, and I did a whole big bowl of that. And there was other vegetables, so I added celery to that, pieces of bell pepper from each color, and I diced up a tomato. I mixed it all up, ranch, mixed it out. Oh my God, that was so good. Yep, 11:30 to 2:30. I know one day he says, Dad, it keeps getting later and later. Says, oh, I guess he's having trouble. I went, probably. Maybe he blinked and drove right through Pasco. Well, it could be. It could happen. It just depends how the borders meet up. This one town in Rhode Island. Welcome to so and so. We're gonna miss you, or something they say when you leave Illinois. That's a very small town. My mom says yes, or whoever driving. Yes, it is a small town, but that just where the border ends up. That was the lowest corner. I mean, oh. I remember one day. I remember my mom's favorite ice cream and mine, and I got cookies. This is before I think it's before she was it diabetic. I can't remember, but or I bought Edie's for her. I think. Oh yeah. Or I bought one that said sugar free. And I bought ice cream and I think cookies, and I know I bought soda. That was a nice surprise for her. It says if you let it defrost a little bit, you can put it between the cookies and a chocolate chip dipper. Ooh, yeah, without the dip. The dippers. Alright, exactly. You know, the chocolate chips on the outside. I am gonna go because I'm about to fall asleep here. Um, and I'm gonna get dressed because my feet are like ice cold. I'm cold. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I really do appreciate all your support, all my viewers. Thank you so much. Love, don't judge. Peace out.